Like many family caregivers, I had to walk away from a career as a veteran English teacher to be the primary caretaker for my medically complex disabled child. I'm a caregiver so that my child is safe. And what I'm paid, we're able to stay in the house that we have and have the transportation to barely make ends meet so that my daughter can go to school, play adaptive baseball, perform in her adaptive figure skating troupe, take her weekly art classes, ride adaptive bikes, and hike with us so that she can roller skate in her gait trainer and be the amazing 7-year-old girl she is. Because while her disability is and will always be a part of her, she has a life to live with her own interests, thoughts, and experiences. She deserves to be in community, and her community deserves to have the privilege of having her be a part of it. Imagine what an inclusive and better world they will create after having a friend who talks with her eyes, has wheels for legs, and can eat and play simultaneously. Disability is a normal part of the human experience. I hope you live long enough to experience disability, and I hope whoever takes care of you had a friend like Annika that made them realize how normal and necessary disabled people are to our community. And so you'll hear a large gentleman's voice. That is almost like an internal monologue, so that is reading what all of the buttons are that she can choose from. She's on her dog's page right now, so you'll hear a lot of commands. You might hear our dog's names. Yes. And then when she wants to say something, she will select it with the switch. Do you want to say something? I know, I hate putting you on the spot. That'd be a great thing to say. In the child's voice, that is her external voice to you. I don't believe that there is a lot of fraud from family members. If I was committing fraud, I'd have a wheelchair accessible vehicle for my kid. I'd have an accessible house. I would have better clothes than this. But we do it because we love our family members and we want to see them in the community, and we see what value they have, and we just want their community to also see that value. And I want her to live. And that is questionable in an institution. And I think a lot of parents are like me. Honestly, I am too tired to take advantage of anything.
I will tell you that coming in here means a lot. I take my job very seriously. We have got to address the fraud issue in this state. But what you all have said will be taken very seriously. And I will make sure that we get it correct. Sorry. My wife is also a middle school teacher. I see your dog tattoo. She's a dog lover.
It's a fundraiser for City Dogs. We volunteer for City Dogs out of Cleveland.
Yeah, too much of my money goes to dogs, but that's okay.
Relatable.
But I will just tell you that when people come in and testify, we have some of the same people that come in all the time that are paid to be here, and those that are not paid to be here make 100 times the impact, at least on me. And I'd rather be home with my kids right now. But when I see parents like you, I'll just tell you that I'm going to do what I can to help you get the right solution while also taking care of the tax money that we cannot continue to let be wasted. So anyway, your 3-hour drive was worth it, and I'm happy that you stuck around.
Thank you. And I've never done this before. I've not been to the State House. Making my way into very tiny elevators mixing up our enzymes and doing lunch right here while we waited. Finding out that there are no universal changing tables or accessible changing tables in the State House meant, and I'm very gracious and appreciative of the room that we were allowed to use, but it meant changing my daughter on the floor. And that's not dignified. That's not private. We missed out on therapies today. It means canceling therapies today. To be here because it's important, because I don't know if we could survive in Ohio if this goes through as planned. And that's hard because my husband's a veteran teacher, and so he can't really move. He won't be paid a livable wage. He'd go from 25 years back down to 5 years. So it's a lot. But I found it important enough, and Daddy was working his second job at the city pool today, so we came down here.
It hit me while you were testifying that everyone in this room right now, all of you, and those who have come and gone, you're all here. You've come here because you're scared. Yes. And the actions of this body have scared you, and that's disgraceful to me, because it didn't have to be like this. Certainly fraud is a worthy endeavor, worthy of our time, but not like this.
The Medicaid waiver means everything, because my daughter is everything to me. And if we didn't have the waiver, we couldn't afford care. I bet Dad's feeding dogs at home. She said feed dog, which is, it's their dinner time. And when I achieved the waiver after 10 months of fighting, and I know people have been fighting way longer, I'm just really annoying. And, but I cried relief. Just like when it took 9 months to get her a stander so that she can stand and she can bake and she can garden and she can do things that kids do. I don't think there would be anything without the waiver.
I just need 30 seconds to speak to a witness here on behalf of the people in this room. When you do this for 30 years, when you go to committee after committee, it starts doing things to your brain. And one of the things that it does is, even when your own friends or your own mother tells you, you know, you're not a burden, I would do this for the rest of my life if I had to, like, you mostly believe that. But you don't quite, because you've seen in meeting after meeting, committee after committee, your entire life quantified on a spreadsheet. And it takes somebody else who you don't even know articulating what I'm sure my parents and my friends have been trying to get across to me for years. So I just need to thank you for saying those things and for somehow finally getting some of this through my head, because every time we do this, it's more damage, not just to the waiver system, but to our idea that we are worthy people. It's hard to maintain that in the face of all of this. And I just need to thank you for helping us, the disabled people in this room, hear that.
Is it all right if I give him a hug?
Yes, absolutely.
I am sickened that you had to come here today, that all of our folks with disabilities had to come here today, use their time, their resources, their talents to come before us and justify your personhood. So I apologize on behalf of the General Assembly that you had to do this today. Now, Rep. Ferguson and I, we do not agree on much, but I find him to be a lovely human being. And the fact that, you know, this committee on both sides of the aisle has been so impacted today, I can't thank you enough. And to all the other witnesses, I thank you from the bottom of my heart